So I change my talk to the AB effect on optical activity. The purpose of the talk is to find the relationship among the optical activity, the Faraday effect, and the AB effect. The optical active medium has a dissymmetry structure under the influence of the instant electric field. The instant field constrains the motion of the electron along the micro-sinusoidal structure in the Cheng's way. So that will induce the longitudinal magnetic field along the direction of propagation. And the left-handed circularly polarized wave induced the magnetic field is in the opposition direction of the left-hand circularly polarized back. So in this sense, we see that the optical activity is a Faraday effect. When the instant beam is reflected back, the optical rotation is vanishes. And in the normal Faraday effect, the optical rotation is started after reflection. So the motion of the electron along the fringe space is affected by two forces. One is the Lorentz force, and the other is the centrifugal force. In the equilibrium condition, the two opposite force is balanced. So we can give the expression of the angular momentum L is proportional to the velocity of the motion. And the magnetic force, phi, is proportional to the angular momentum. In this case, we see that the AB phase or the belly phase gamma is proportional to the, is also proportional to the angular frequency. So this is an experimental confirmation between the variable constant and the rotator power for the alpha quartz in the wavelength region from 0.2 to 2 micrometer. We see that the linear relation is observed between these two physical parameters. That means that induced magnetic field in the alpha quartz is about 82 Tesla. Due to the induced magnetic field in the propagation direction of the light, we see that the optical activity is a quantum effect. So we may probe the high number of quanta. So we propose this experimental setup to probe the quantum effect in alpha quartz, and the minimum intensity is the function of the quantum effect. This is the experimental result of the minimum intensity as a function of the optical pace as a propagation pace along the direction of optical axis. We see that the quantum number for the optical activity is J equal to 3. And the rotator power is proportional to the AB phase gamma. We see that the rotator power is proportional to the AB effect, and the gamma, the AB phase is proportional to the angular frequency. So because of the induced magnetic field in the optical axis, the motion of the electron in the optical active medium is affected by the Lorentz force. In this case, we see that the differential equation is a nonlinear equation. And this magnetic field will causes the Zeeman effect in the alpha quartz. The OH impurity in the alpha quartz then provides a trace to probe the crystal field. We see that the splitting of the infrared absorption band is observed in infrared balayage. The optical band is found to be linearly polarized, and the optical beta is observed in the ferrogram. The beta frequency is equal to the Raman frequency. So from above experiments and experiment results, we see the optical activity is a natural Faraday effect in the AB effect. The AB or Bailey phase is proportional to the angular momentum of the electron around the microsolid in optical medium. And the AB phase is proportional to the rotational power. Thank you.
Thank you very much.